I am very impressed. I was going to go off to bed, and I was going to leave it for the night. But in fact, this is too important news to leave till tomorrow morning. And the Pope has now given a cautious um, blessing gay unions for the first time. It's a step away from the intolerance of the Catholic Church, intolerance of the Catholic hierarchy, so many of whom are gay. So Francis said in back in 2013, "Who am I to judge?" Remember the extraordinarily explosive headlines when Francis was on the aeroplane, and he said, "Who am I to judge?" And he's also supported same-sex civil unions, particularly in Italy. Um, God made you that way and loves you as you are. But the Vatican hierarchy has tried for a long time to put forward the idea back in 2021 that God cannot bless sin. Sin cannot stand in the face of God. Perfect goodness cannot be united, cannot participate in sin. That's a principle that goes back to Thomas Aquinas. But of course, the whole principle of theosis, which is another way of looking at all this. Theosis is the idea of Saint Athanasius. It's something which is much more focused on by the Orthodox churches than by the Catholic churches. But theosis is that we are in the process of divinization. We are in the process of becoming godly, whether we like it or not. So Francis' idea about pastoral prudence, is there a form of benediction requested by one or more persons that do not transmit a mistaken conception of marriage? Because a benediction is asked for, it is expressing a request for help from God, a plea to be able to live a better life, a trust in a Father who can help us live a better life. And he thinks that this shouldn't become an official situation, but should be taken on a pastoral basis, on a case by case basis. So rather like confession. It's an extraordinary shift, and a positive shift by a pastoral pope. So I hope it becomes something that is perhaps a little bit more formalized, albeit not being the same as marriage. It's a step forward. It's a step towards humanity, and a step away from the more hypocritical condemnation in Catholicism, and maybe this will give a lead also in Orthodoxy, and of course we all know of clerics in the Orthodox Church, in the Catholic Church, in the Anglican Church, and other forms of Christianity, Judaism, and Islam, who effectively turn a blind eye to the rules and welcome gay people into the community. I did a piece a while ago about gay mosques. I've done pieces about gay synagogues, or synagogues that encourage gay membership. And I think this is the Pope catching up with reality. Reality is that people are not perfect. People may not conform to all the standards that that the various religious traditions have got, but those various religious traditions are stabs at truth, and truth and God is much more universal, is much more eternal, is much more independent than the rules on which, that we have created, and an eternal God cannot be constrained by these rules, and we need to be looking at becoming more godly, and and achieving what we can. And I think everything should be blessed. Everything and everyone should be blessed. We should be praying for the devil, of course. The salvation of the world is what is needed. And how that occurs, who knows? In what form that occurs, who knows? But everything partakes in divinity, or in the source, or in the universe. But we are united, whatever our status. We are united.